I am James Whittington-Phillips, and this is week 2 of the acting module reflective logs. So this week we started the lesson with the same warm-up, going through the script and making it more mindful stuff with a clear mind. So in this lesson we dove into Stanislavski's Given Circumstances and Magic If, and this helped me, and this gave me an insight and added on to my prior knowledge of Stanislavski's work, and again spelling out for me how much there is going into a character, splitting the character down, even an entire scene down into just 5 fundamental questions: who, what, when, where, why, and just to develop who your character is for that scene. And it's like literally just find out where your character's come from, who your character is, what your character's doing, where your character's going, and all that really puts into perspective how much goes into a character and how the thoughts can change. So to achieve this, to achieve some work on Given Circumstances, we had a scenario where we were stuck in a lift and we had to portray. And so we improvised in this lesson just to see where we were going and where we're coming from. Trying to develop character. We also went through the script on how we section it off into different thoughts or thought processes where the thoughts change, and this I do find this quite challenging, as it's very difficult for me to tell where the different thoughts are, and trying not to make sure one thought blends in, how we have separate thoughts and just knowing where to change appropriately. We also look, and this also helped the fact that we think, especially with looking at the Given Circumstances again, was also solidified my knowledge and showed me exactly how much goes into making a character, as it's kind of one of the more challenging things. You just try to decipher the different circumstances from where the character's been in the previous scene to this one, and actually putting it through and actually portraying that in the character, and not having all the emotions in the scene be put into one, as it were, and working on it has changed and affected the way I portray my characters in my monologues, as instead of just going all flat on one level, looking at where my character's been and what my character's doing in that scene, allows me to build on the character and have more of a range, as opposed to having a flat character, and also making sure that I have a thought process behind my character of what my character wants in that scene. So, for instance, after a while, Henry V is inspiring a group of men to go and do their best in a battle, and my character in Pinter's play, called Lenny, he is trying to get a message across to his brother, and you have to pause, because in an argument, you're not just going to go full in straight away. Number one, you have to build up, but also you have to back off and sort of change it, and it does a lot with tension. And just thinking about it, it's challenged me, as I found it challenging, but also the finding it has also helped me to figure out, and because it's sometimes difficult to decipher the different emotions, but it also helped me grow as an actor, as it's given me an insight on how, as it's changed the way I think about characters again, and given me an even deeper knowledge of how I execute a character, so actually building upon an argument as opposed to just going straight head on, all guns blazing in an argument, and sort of gradually building up, and then it's like pausing and backing off, and just trying to use the pauses to my advantage, giving me a much wider variety of things I can do with my characters, allowing me and allowing a much wider range of thoughts and emotions to come through in the character. So, what went well for me in this lesson, I just really did learn a lot more than I already knew about the given circumstances and just how to use them, and I'm always learning all the time. Even better, I need to sort of work on it a bit more going forward, and just allowing myself to feel and get to know the intentions of my monologues. That concludes week 2.